Hey, Pretty Girl Club. Today I'm going to talk about division tactics used against MLS people. When I use the term MLS, what I'm referring to is mixed race people, regardless of complexion, or light skin people. When I use the term light skin, I'm talking to those with a caramel to light brown skin tone and above. But these are people who identify themselves as monoracial, meaning that their admixture is low enough to the point where they can't really trace any other ancestries in their bloodline. But I've noticed there are a lot of division tactics that people try to use against us. For example, some people try to divide us based on who is light skinned and who is not. But what people don't realize is that not every mixed race person has a light skin tone. Another thing that people will try to do is divide us based on our hair texture. But once again, just because someone has a type 4 hair texture, it doesn't mean that they can't be mixed race. If you look at Doja Cat, she has a type 4 hair texture. There are plenty of people with type 4 hair who are still mixed race. I feel like the reason that people try to use all of these division tactics against us is because people don't want us to form our own community. People want us to be mules for the monoracial pro-black community. And I'm not going to cape for women and men who wouldn't cape for me. I'm not going to defend a group of people who wouldn't defend me. I'm tired of just being the poster child of beauty and then expected to be silenced when it comes to discussing issues that can affect my mental health or the mental health of people who look like me. And I feel like when it comes to the Black community, if you're mixed race, you're expected to represent for Blackness, stand up for pro-Blackness at all times, and you can't talk about any of your own personal experiences. You have to pretend some of your own family members don't exist, and in return, people are going to invalidate your success and say that it's only due to colorism, texturism, featureism, or pretty privilege as to why you succeeded. And so I don't want to stand up for a community that is going to invalidate my success or a community that's going to negate everything I have and say that it's only due to certain privileges. Why would I stand up for a community that thinks that I'm basically worthless without my privileges or that I only attract dusties and things like that? That doesn't make any sense. So I've noticed that a lot of people, they try to divide up mixed race people. They try to divide quote unquote lighter skinned people. And they do this because they want you to continue being a mule for pro-Blackness. They want you to continue worshiping them and putting them on a pedestal, whether it's Black men or Black women. They want you to continue putting them on the pedestal. And as soon as you leave and create your own community or you create your own individual voice, you're no longer putting them on the pedestal. You're no longer sitting around just listening to their lectures. You are instead creating your own identity. And a lot of people don't want that. They want to live vicariously through you. They want to approximate themselves to your beauty so that you can raise their status. And as soon as you leave and as soon as you begin to embrace your own separate identity, that is when people can no longer use you as their mule. People can no longer clout chase off of your background or off of the way that you look. And people from other communities know this. This is why they're trying to divide all of us up. They're trying to divide us based on hair texture, skin tone, facial features, African heritage, who's half white, who's not white enough, who's white passing, who's Black passing. A lot of other people want to divide us up, but this community is about unity. This community is about celebrating our similarities and still acknowledging our differences, but not allowing our differences to divide us up. Because I feel like if we keep on arguing back and forth about the smaller things, such as, oh, well, what's your hair texture? What's your skin tone? What's your, oh, well, you're half white. Okay, well, I'm half Asian. And so we should start a separate community for everybody, for every particular mix and every particular skin tone. I do believe that people should start their own YouTube channels or like tell their own individual stories. But I do think that we should all kind of stay on code, for lack of better words, and still promote our own agenda, which is to celebrate the diversity within our community, to break stereotypes, and to help combat racism against mixed race people and to help end anti-mixed race rhetoric. Because I feel like a lot of pro-Black spaces, they don't realize that they're actually perpetuating anti-mixed race rhetoric. So they will go and they will divest, or they will go and be passport bros, but then they want to call us ramen noodle head ass bitches, or, say that our hair is stringy and that our noses look like birds. But if I were to call an unambiguous person by the name of an animal, I would be called all types of racist. So it's just very hypocritical. And I feel like we need to tell our own stories, because if you don't tell your own story, someone else is going to tell it for you. If you don't stand up for your experience will be erased. Your experience will go unheard if you don't speak up about it. And so this is why I think all of us should create our own YouTube channels. All of us should tell our own stories. We should write books. We should start businesses. We should support other people who look like us and people who share our background, because that is what gives us more social power, not just our beauty. Yes, we are beautiful and all that, but I think that we also have more to offer as well. We are also critical thinkers. A lot of us have helped to lead the Black community into new spaces. Look at people like Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X. All of these people have mixed race backgrounds. All of these people have a lot of these people have quote unquote light skin tones or whatever. So it's like, okay, if we helped build your community, it's not fair for you to then go turn around and say that our stories, our individual stories, shouldn't be heard. Look at all of the people who were quote unquote light skinned who helped the Black community, and then look at the reaction to that documentary, Light Girls. Did you see the difference between the reaction to the Dark Girls documentary versus Light Girls? Meanwhile, I don't see people keeping that same energy for Rosa Parks. The reason that people don't keep that same energy for Rosa Parks or Kamala Harris is because people want to approximate themselves to her success, because they feel like, okay, well, Kamala Harris and Rosa Parks, they are helping mule for a pro-Black space, or they are helping to still get visibility to Black people. But as soon as these people start talking about their struggles that they've had with Black people, such as in the Light Girls documentary, then suddenly it's a problem, because now you're calling out our flaws. So now you are the enemy. And that's the narrative that I don't really like when it comes to pro-Black spaces or Black empowerment spaces. It's really dark-skinned, unambiguous empowerment. And that's fine. Everybody deserves their own space. Everybody can talk about their own issues. But just like they deserve their own space, I believe that we deserve our own space as well. What do you ladies think about this? Do you think that we should have our own spaces to tell our own stories, or do you think that we should allow other women to tell our stories for us? Let me know in the comments section, and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.